Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with the World of Blaze mod. And we're going to continue this. If you watched last episode and wondered about Hedy Lamarr, the actress, she, along with another scientist, develop a lot of sort of radio frequency technology type stuff, and some of it is what contributes to, in the modern day sense, is Bluetooth. She was actually a very, very brainy woman who, while continuing to act in movies, was doing real in-depth scientific research. So yeah, that's Hedy Lamarr. Okay, production. Let's see. We just got a bunch of equipment from defeating Poland. I'm sure we're doing relatively well. In that sense, we don't have enough tungsten here. Portugal, we're not being delivered enough because of convoys. Let's grab up some more from... yeah. Sweden. And... did you get any aircraft from the Poles? I don't remember. I don't know. Okay, so select all. Come west. Select all. Okay, I'm going to put all of these units here. In my opinion, sort of cheat a little bit by sort of planning a front line here, just so they start getting some planning bonuses. Now let's look at managing occupied territories. Okay, they've got a 4% civilian oversight. No garrison. Okay, I guess we'll continue this. I don't need too much trouble from them. Well, what I want is more fighter aircraft. If you don't have a lot of rebels. Very good, Smiley, thank you. Okay, oh, Western Rhineland. We're getting bombed out here, I gather. Okay, I thought I had... well, not enough, I guess. Okay, not enough, I guess, is the answer, really. Let's move... that's why we're needing more steel, of course, is... let's move you here and send you up to there. We don't need you over eastern Poland. So let's move you here and put you up over there. Yeah, we're gonna work on the assumption that no, we don't want more in that one because we're gonna be able to hold this with just limited air power. Okay, we're going to ground some of these air forces, but come over here. We don't need to continue to try to use up fuel. No point in go to so. Yeah, as Germany, you don't really build compliance, so there's no point in to go to civilian oversight, honestly. Okay, that's contradictory information. I don't know. Okay, here we go. We got a lot of... Okay, here's the actual official stuff. So we got 46 bombers, 98 TP7s, or 7 TPs, whatever, yeah. 46 TKSs. Don't know if we're going to be able to use those, equip them in our units, but okay, so we got some, mostly just bombers, it looks like, or what enough. Poland has capitulated, war reports. Very nice. Okay, I think we're going to do organization tote. Now, okay, let's select. No, let's select all. Send you to Essen right now. Okay, let's select all of these forces. These had been in. No. I'm not sure. I always hate cleaning up after wars like this. I wish I had a staff officer to do all this sort of like, you know, I want to plan the cool battles and do that and whatnot. Move some down into here. Yeah. Yeah, right now, Italy is, I don't think, at war with anybody, so I don't need to support the Italians right now. I get your idea, though. Let's first see about getting all of these air units, the ones that are going west, to the west. Okay, we're standing by, fine, Alpine region. Okay. Just making sure nobody is. Oh, these guys here, they should be up. Well, no wonder why we haven't been winning. They have been standing by. Or no, they just maybe got moved in. out of there. These are for the ground campaign. These guys should be in Western Germany. Okay, the force in the lower Baltic, they're going to come here. And wow, with over 1,000 fighters, they have yet to get air superiority. Maybe these are far enough east that they don't need to be there, so let's move them to here and put you up over there. Make sure there. Okay, are we now bringing in too much? Let's get rid of the Portugal connection. Now that's too little. Let's bring the Sweden up by 7. Okay, that ain't so bad. Okay, well. Okay, no, we don't want that. Just want to see, okay. Dockyards are nice. Yeah, the Reich Commissariat, we still have not formed this, and I've not forgotten, so we've just been doing other things. We're going to do so. Poland general government there. Thousand-week Reich mod just released. I think it would be a great Let's Play gamer. Hello, Yar Yar. That could be. I've never heard of it. I don't know if Arno, if you could look for the 1000-week Reich mod on the Steam workshop for Hearts of Iron 4, and maybe post a link to it in the Discord or something. That would be great. Well, they're not at war yet, and I don't have enough extra tanks to send down there, I don't think. Let's first take out France. It is, and I guess it's spelled out 1000-week Reich mod. Yar Yar on YouTube has posted the name there, but not a link to it. Instead of 1000-year Reich, it's 1000-week. And week as in the date, not week as in not strong. Okay, so yeah, I'm still a little You're going to come to Prague and right here. Do thank you. I don't know if you could do that. Okay, well, we're doing organization tote. We have this until September, so we can't effectively invade east or north until September. And yes, they've made a change to that, I understand. But I'm not playing on the newer version yet. No, get on trains and go. Now, how are we doing out here? Okay, we sunk a French convoy, it looks like. They've sunk 3 of our subs for another French convoy, and that's it. Go up here. French convoy. Good. Now that we've rerouted around, and again, I hope people don't get too tired of comparing out. What keeps me from just going, yeah, Hearts of Iron 4, I'm sticking with Hearts of Iron 3, is things like the ability to block out C zones for operations here. So we're, I think, exporting something to Spain. I don't think I'm importing anything from Spain, am I? Let's just check that just to make sure. No. Maybe chromium or tungsten. No. Hungary, Sweden. No. Okay. We're not, so we're exporting something there. We might change our economic trade focus, but we can block out. So if we were going to say trade for tungsten from Portugal, they could go up all the way around here and maybe safely through to here. I love that about this mod. I mean, about this game. That isn't the mod, that's the game.
Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken!
Okay, better anti-tank guns now. Yep, let's do level 3 radar. Now, on the production line, I think it'll be right to convert these to Pack 38. Now let's look at our orders of battle for our divisions. Okay, the main infantry division. I do say 30 is the best width for divisions, so that looks pretty good. We've got lots of artillery, lots of anti-tank. That's good. Panzer divisions also at 30, so that's good. Now the support elements don't add more width, so but no, I don't think we need to do that. Mountain divisions, now they're not much narrower than that. I didn't need to actually. No, I think we'll keep this just as it is. We don't have much motorized infantry divisions. How are we doing just generally on motorization? As in how many trucks do we have? 4,000. So we can probably add a few motorized divisions to the operational list here. Some support anti-tank. Maintenance company would be nice. Signals company. Yeah, the big question is, okay, yes, we have the equipment. Yeah, I think we want to do this. Get that to a little better state, and let's train one up. And how are we doing with support and medium tanks? Okay, we've got a lot of support and medium tanks. So, panzer divisions. Let's see about converting that to a medium. Where's here? Okay, we do that. Okay, we have enough of them available, so we'll keep 2 elements of light tanks. Where's piercing on this? This defense air, oh, piercing 26. Okay, that would help the piercing. Do we have that? Yeah, no, we don't have any of that heavy. Okay, we'll remove that from it. We'll just go with this. But what we're going to also do is add another unit. No, not that way. This way. Okay, so we're going to be producing more of that. And we'll put these guys starting in the same sort of area. Get a more motorized army going. Thanks, Arno. Do appreciate that. I'll take a look at it sometime, and no, I won't be getting to playing it until after at least finishing this playthrough, maybe after trying another Black Ice playthrough. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm still not happy with things at Black Ice. Okay. That reduces the combat width. That would be nice.
Ausrücken!
We're still not winning the air war here. Western Rhineland has way too many units. Okay. You go to there. Put them over. You go to here. Okay, the ground attack standing by, that's all right. We still have too many. Okay. There we go. That's better. Like I say, the ground attack standing by, that's an acceptable state at the moment. Ground crews to help with some air control. You can also add ground crews to help with some air control. I don't understand that, Mad Brad. Is that a tech? I do not understand what you're saying here. Add ground crews to help with air control. Go back to your zone. Okay. Oh, more ground crews. Okay, maintain. Okay, we will do so. I'm not used to doing that, quite honestly. Certainly a lot of air over here. That looks like we're getting more mission efficiency now. Good. How are we doing on production? Oh, I guess we can go up with the new gun there. 2 fighters a day in that production line. I think I have a second one. Yeah, and a fighter and a half a day. So we're getting about 3.5. Yeah, none here because we don't have the... Oh, we need more steel now. Oh, these are being bombed. Okay, guys, let's see. I know we're focusing on that. Let's put you to the top, you to the top, just to get you out of being bombed. Ooh. Yeah, I probably should have already built some in here. Let's move these to the top as well. Okay. Let's also speed this up a little bit. We're no longer fighting a ground war at the moment. Hey, Exurgent, how you doing? I am doing well. Exurgent, if you are at all on Twitter, and I understand why people aren't on Twitter, but he is a great modeler. Great painter of... Oh, we have a Soviet operative captured, even though I'm not really paying any attention to spies. Aryu's been doing a very good job of that on the co-op multiplayer version. Yeah, but Exurgent, artistry levels for, miniature soldier painting. So, yeah, you should follow him on Twitter if you're at all into that. Wonderful things. I have I would say, and it's been many years since I've even opened the box and looked at them, an 80% painted Jacobite army and an 80% painted or more Hanoverian army for the 1745 rebellion that aren't based. None of them. I was, and I know there's been some rule sets created since I was looking for that. I was always looking for the right rule set to figure out just basing size and whatnot. So never really completed that, but it's a real project painting 25 millimeter figures with tartan stuff, kind of stuff, but it nowhere. Well, that's what you do when you can't get computer games to play. Yeah, and that's what quite honestly has distracted me is I've got computer games to play. And I love miniature wargaming. I sort of kind of like painting them, but I could also do with never painting, just having them properly painted. Okay, Mad Brad, you have a good day. And of course, all of these will be put up as episodes on YouTube, or if you want to watch the VOD of the live stream, you watch it whenever you want to on YouTube. So if you can't be here now, that's what I like Twitch. Don't like every 100% of things about Twitch, but I like Twitch. I like live streaming both on Twitch and YouTube and anywhere else because I really love the interaction with you guys. But you look like you're a light division. Okay, organization tote. Let's change template to that. Yeah. Good. But I love YouTube in that King Carl abdicates, Italian German treaty, excellent suggestion. Yes. Okay, it is what, September 12th, and we're just in July. So if we need here, okay, 21 days. We have plenty of time to do that. I don't think we need the Siegfried line. Naval rearmament would be nice, but we're already having steel problems because of bombing anti-Comintern pack. Might have some good benefit. Coal liquefaction is 70 days, a bit more than I want to time-wise spend now. Yeah, I think we will form the Reich Commissariat. So, do I need a Siegfried line to get the flak towers? But do I want to spend 70 days on that? Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm going to do this, Arno. Not that it's the wrong decision. Yeah, no. You're right, but I think I'm going to live without the flak towers, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll lose because I don't have the flak towers. And we're still not winning the air war here. How are we doing for heavy fighters? Attackers 18. And that is mostly, well, partially because we don't have enough resources. I think we need more steel. Oh, okay, no. Okay, yeah, let's see, where do we have an air base? They can hold it, and they're going to be up over there. Even though you're out of date, you're going to come down here also. operate here. Yeah, no, I saw the research bonus too. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know when I want to spend the 70 days on upgrading the Siegfried line. That's totally unnecessary. So if it wasn't that, and I presume there's going to be the fallen edging, we can take a quick look at it. China. Okay, well, in this game, Japan's doing fairly well. I don't know, should we send a military attaché? I don't know if we want to have the command points that we want to spend on this right now. Now that it is quite mature with mods, is it overtaken? No. I was just saying before you got here. My favorite is still Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice and all the mods. But there's so many things in 4 that, you know, let's click on the C here. We can exclude C zones. So that, say, if I did want to try to get tungsten from Portugal, they wouldn't constantly be running it through the English Channel getting sunk. I could exclude a bunch of sea zones and, you know, even more so, and make them go a long trip around and maybe get through. There's just all kinds of improvements over Hearts of Iron 3, but it's still not replaced Hearts of Iron 3. Yeah, well, we already have the West Wall, so, and I haven't commented because I don't know if the Siegfried line was a German name for it or sort of an Anglo-American name for it, because I've only seen, I've only seen what looks to be German sources or German viewpoints calling it the West Wall. I only remember seeing sources like British or American calling it the Siegfried line. Either the Siegfried line by the British, you know, in 1940 something or whatever, or by the Americans in 44 or 45 pushing into Germany when Germany sort of remanning it as being pushed into it. The mythical Hoi 5. Yeah, to a point, and I think Exergen knows this, I see this between Hoi 3, Hoi 4, and I gather I've never played Hoi 2 or Hoi 1, but something of a pendulum swing. Paradox gets battered over the head. Supply problem, supply problem, supply problem. Fix supply, whatever the hell that means. Oh, I don't like these command structures. They're too hard to manage. Okay. Don't like divisional commanders. They're always bad. I gotta spend too much time managing them. Okay. All very valid complaints. So the pendulum swings the other way. Let's get rid of divisional commanders. Instead of, let's just making a good little auto-assign that would have flags. I know I one time created it on paper at least. Never did it in the computer, and what the actual AI code would be is, you know, flag. If division has mountain division flag, that's always the priority flag. So if you have a mountain division commander, assign it to a mountain division. Or second highest priority maybe is paratrooper division, or maybe that's the highest priority. So if you have a panzer paratroop division, whatever that might mean, has both of those flags, because paratrooper is a higher priority, you assign a paratrooper commander if you have one. But if you don't have one, you assign a panzer commander, because it's also a panzer division. Say the Hermann Goering division, though it did have parachute elements still in it, but it was not an air mobile division, though you could of course have, you know, super light tanks that are air droppable, like the M22 that the Americans designed, or the British Tetrarch, or something like that. That's truly an air mobile, glider-borne type, because that's what they were, glider. Or the Soviets, who actually stuck airplane wings on a tank to fly them around, But so you can have that kind of thing to pick commanders out, and then periodically maybe have a reevaluation for divisions if you get more divisional generals that have flags, and you had to, say, use an infantry general in a mountain division because you just didn't have enough mountain generals at the time. So I could work out a flag thing to have divisional generals, and then of course humans can go in and manually assign too, but have a good auto assign. And then command problems for the hierarchy. Well, okay, some people just didn't understand the sort of chain of command, just didn't get that. I understand that, but part of it was, quite honestly, and I sort of get this, is the range of the units. And that did make a lot of sense, but there was a fair amount of microing to have to move the intermediate, core HQs and the, Army HQs, not so much the Army group HQs, but, keeping them close enough to the front lines. To me, that isn't really an issue, but that, and also the bad AI that would send the units all kinds of crazy ways. So they really swung the other way on command. Now they have come back, which has actually caused some problems, come back with two levels, a sort of an army and an army group command here. So that's pendulum-y. And then they got rid of supply entirely. They have supply effects. Well, there's still supply. No, there's no supply in the game. There's supply effects in the game, which is real. They do have supply effects, but it's sort of penduluming back and the other way, swung too hard. So this sort of middle ground idea, and I'll get to whatever Toy Jet was saying in a moment. Yeah, but I don't think, and I have no inside knowledge as if it were there. I think they're currently satisfied with the sales and the DLCs. I think we're looking at a quite honestly, not a time. I don't think they're working, again, I just don't know things, but I don't think they're working on a time schedule. Hey, every 6 years we're going to release a new, Hoy out. Just because we want to sell a new Hoy, because after 6 years we will have exhausted, maybe not entirely, but mostly the DLC market, and so we'll make a new game. That might be in their business planning, but it just doesn't seem to be as I understand the culture of Paradox. I see it more as, what if we were to build a new one, and it's not just upgrading 4 to 5, it's building a new game. What technologically, either in hardware, computer processing, or in software, maybe AI programming development, or what technologically has improved that we would improve the game on? So they are continuing to maintain and develop, and I've been told now that they're mostly moving it to Spain, development of EU4, which sort of, to me, tells me that they're opening up an office to just sort of maintain EU4, and I think pump out DLCs for it, whatever that means. I don't know. I don't follow closely enough to see whether they're doing it monthly or 2 a year or something. I figure they're doing at least 2 a year. That they're not busy working on EU5 right now. They might be. We knew they were working on, before it was officially announced, Vicky 3 and Crusader Kings 3. We knew those were coming. And I understand Crusader Kings is coming rather soon. And so it's also got to be about bringing something new. Yeah, something new to the table, whether it's technology or, whatever it is. And I don't. And the people who develop a game is important as to what the game is. I know I'm getting into lecture mode here again a bit. It's all Exergen's fault. Yeah, next week, CK3. I knew it was very soon. We often see this in the modern woke games as who's developing them. Somebody takes over the franchise. This game was still developed by Johan. Sort of the lead guy in it was Podcat, but Johan still officially was in charge of it. Now Podcat is in charge of it. And trust me, the company employees say the company lied to us. So I don't know what the debates were inside. I can't imagine all of the developers that are the people that are digging in and developing something like Hearts of Iron 4 all 100% agree on whether supplier or not, or whether money should be in the game or not, or whatever. I mean, they might not vehemently disagree, but I can't imagine them all agreeing. But once the decision's made, I think and I would if I was an employee. Yeah, once the decision is made, you get behind and push to make whatever the decision is as best you can. So, that's sort of the way I think it goes. So if they were to build a new one, would the pendulum swing back to the core wargamers? Or would they move more towards even more mobile gaming capabilities? Yeah, I don't know. Because the lure of the China big bucks is strong. And outside of the first world, mobile gaming, I think, is king just because of expense. A lot of people I don't know whether you want to call China modern day China. Parts of it is third world. I mean, my God, it is. And definitely India, a lot of it's third world. But we see a lot of these people getting some level of phones and mobile gaming and tablets that they're not paying and getting a desktop computer. And that elusive big buck, big market thing is out there for people. And it's elusive, and I don't know if it's real. So do you service that market and think you're going to make the $1 billion? Or do you go, hey, we're Slitherine Matrix, and go, yeah, we know that if we build this game, and if we can, and unfortunately, because it is sort of a small market, they're sort of expensive for what they are. And there is Hearts of Iron 3 is sort of the happy middle ground between the two. But to go, yeah, we can sell, instead of 1 billion copies or 1 million copies or whatever, we can sell 200,000 copies. And we're going to make money. It's going to, not just pay for the development of the game, pay everybody's salary working in the company and pay to keep the lights on in the company, but actually turn a profit on this game that we sell 100, 200,000. It's going to make money. It's going to service a community, and it's going to make money. We're going to be able to show a profit at the end of the year or end of whatever from this particular game, from all that we put into it. That is Slytherine's core. I am not saying that if they get a billion seller game, they would upset them, but they've made a conscious decision. Nope, Hungary is not in. Hello, Knight Sergeant Huntman. Which is sort of a bit of an irksome thing at the moment. So they've looked and they're going to fill the niche. I don't know that Paradox is willing to go back and fill the sort of ultimate grand strategy game for World War II. Sort of afraid they aren't. Okay, I want to scroll back up here and look and see what Toyjet. I have mentioned I have the memoirs of a German officer on the Western Front where he called it the Siegfried Line. Okay, he did. But that is translated, however, so the original might have. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and see what something that is written post-war, whoever, because it's I presume memoirs, and whether it's translated or not, or whatever, might adopt other names. Thanks for the information. No, I didn't know. Okay, yes, okay. We'll get back to the game here now, but so, and my biggest problem, quite honestly, with Hearts of Iron 3 is, and I know it, they're never going to do any more work on it. So there is no hope for improvement. There is no, your only hope, Obi-Wan, there is no hope for improvement from Paradox. It just ain't going to happen. No matter how much, unless one of you wins the lottery and decides to buy the game, or I win the lottery and decide to buy the game out from Paradox and get the code to get in there and get some coders in and build our own version of either improved Hoi 3 or build Hoi 5, or just simply, because I have a similar game in my head that I could design on on paper if somebody wanted to code it, but I don't want to code it, and I'm not really capable of leading it, a programming development team. What the hell? Let's research this. Can you bring me on board if you win? Oh, the lottery? Yeah, sure. Sure thing. But, yeah. And definitely Hoi 3, because the game that I designed in my head before I ever heard of Hearts of Iron, and this is going back into the 1980s probably in my head, what I would do if I had a computer game. Definitely had the idea of equipment production and unit training in it. So just no problem, I'll just win it and give it my 10 minutes. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, things like that, equipment production is in it, but there's some other things that are not yet in any Paradox game that the game in my head would have. But events weren't really there until I met Paradox's Hoi 3. And fell in love with events. Okay. Exploitation of Poland. Okay, exploitation. Where resources. Don't know if we're going to do that just yet. Maybe it's down here. Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay, we've created the general government. Yeah, this I agree with for sure. The idea that this exists, that there's a general government down here. Hans Frank, not a picture of Hans Frank, but whatever. Don't know where they came up with that picture, but that's not Hans Frank. That's a German army officer. They're doing industrial effort. Well, I guess that's good. Well, thank you very much. Exurgent Frank, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Hoi Duck. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this somewhat correctly. Right now we're just waiting for this to go away. I understand that there's a way to bypass this in the current version of the game, but we're still on this previous version. Assassination of Leon Trotsky with a mountain pick, ice pick, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it sort of looks a bit like von Rundstedt. No, here. But I don't know. Yeah, the eye monocle, yes, definitely. But he looked happier than any von Rundstedt I've ever seen. Hans Frank was an odious person. Odious, odious, odious. Okay, we're going to create another army here. Okay, lots of panzer generals. Very little infantry generals. Yodel, list. Inflexible, strategist, defense, logistics. So you're giving them, well, I know the famous generals are panzer leaders, but still, come on. Yodel, political officer. Okay, we'll give list. I don't know if list is that bad, but whatever. Okay, well, they're moving to the Western Front. And let's see, von Rundstedt, so, they're over here, so they're going to come under von Rundstedt's command. No, von Rundstedt's command down here. I gotta click in the right spot. This is the new core, which I hate this color. I hate whoever picks these color palettes. Okay, that's better. Okay, so he is now full up. Okay, yeah, this is fine if he... No, we want to move him under there. And these guys are also in the east. Oh, maybe a new field marshal. Do we have one more? Yes. Okay. Block, he should be infantry, yeah. What's my strategy here? More Schlieffen plan, probably, than... just those of you who haven't been watching the earlier episodes of this, last time I played it, my divisions were way under strength, way under trained, and as soon as they ran into the French wall of units, it stalled out and became a World War I game. You know, just a stalemate. I was able to push against the Dutch and Belgian armies like I was against Poland, but by the time you get into the French, British, it wasn't. Now this time I have, according to the developer, much better balanced units, so we're going to see how this works. Yeah, panzer thrusts through here, major infantry thrusts around here. Don't want to overstress the just we come up to here. Yeah. Military police has finished training. Damage my new home. Yes, yes. Oh, we'll try to keep the bombs from falling on it. And yes, I do get that reference. Okay. Do we push ahead for... %, or fuel gain per oil? Yeah, I think we push ahead here now for the 300% bonus. Ace pilot, yeah, and I don't. You know, the whole air war problem. Oh my! Thinking about pendulum swings in the versions of the game. I know I'm talking again, but it's just coming to mind. Well, let's get you down here. Give them to them. Get you over here. The air war was a bit of a problem in Hawaii 3, and I don't mind at all this sort of graphic that we have aircraft that are sort of showing what's happening, you know, taking off, landing. If they're doing more damage to the enemy, they're shooting down the enemy. If they're losing, they should be being shot down. I don't mind all of that instead of, you know, the counters moving around the map, because the air war is more fluid. Yeah, I wish there were not so much counters on the map, but more defined air units. Now I am basically there sort of are air units here. You know, we can see these units slightly under strength, so they are sort of there. They don't need to be the counters, so yeah, it's sort of that kind of thing. But what I really wish they would have done more is what we're seeing, that radius around here instead of this, so that, and maybe I should just be micromanaging this a little bit more. And doing things like that to, you know, just simply anything in this radius, it would try to intercept, you know, try to do air battles. So units based in Berlin would intercept in certain areas. Now I do sort of, again, like the mechanic where I can block out sea zones, so I might block out air zones or regions or whatever. Maybe just totally get rid of that if you don't want to be over the British. I have exercised a lot of the troops a lot, quite honestly, earlier on, so I think I'm mostly ready with that. Not perfectly, but and yeah, I know there's some new that are just now trained. Do any of these have mine laying capabilities? No. Oh, pause. Torpedo. No. Well, I guess we'll go with that. Okay, naval operations. Let's see, do we have any? Yeah, no. I guess they've shifted their forces around. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's add that sea zone there. We've lost a few, but not many. Maybe that will... So no naval operations right now. I know this is sort of boring, but we're waiting for things to happen here. Okay, we're going to end this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And you can post your comments about anything, just about anything, below. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.